This is Lagos Parliament. I am Abimbola Agbebi. As Nigerians warm up to celebrate the International Women's Day, agitations for gender equality again dominated conversations this year, even as reactions continue to trail the rejection of the bill to promote gender equality in Nigeria. Chairman House Committee on Women Affairs shared her thoughts with TVC News.
Women to come to.
Over the years, quite a few platforms have been created for the celebration of women and what they represent in the society.
About the situation of the gender equality in Latin
The United Nations International Women's Day is one of them. A day set aside to commemorate the cultural, political and socio-economic achievements of women.
All those who are against it,
but beyond upholding their achievements, the day offers the opportunity to bring issues that affect women to the front burner. It recognizes their challenges and focuses more attention on the rights of women and this particular agenda. Mojisola Makole, a lawmaker in the Lagos Parliament, talks about the female gender. She spoke glowingly about the features that stand her out and why a woman deserves to be honored.
Women are, we're a blessing to the world. I don't see any man who can live his life without a woman and say, I can survive without a woman. Look at our children. A woman knows when the child is hungry. A woman knows how to comfort both the child and the father at the same time. We can multitask. A woman can do 5, 10 things at the same time. Breastfeed her baby and be cooking. And still be doing homework with a child. And still be on the phone answering her call like that. A woman is we're just magical. We're a blessing to the world.
The percentage proposed
But one issue that has thrown up some dust in the polity recently is the agitation for women inclusion in governance, which was attacked by 209 members of the National Assembly who voted against the gender bill, seeking more opportunities for women.
To propose that the percentage proposed in the provision in the clause, which was to guarantee that women have a minimum of 35% at all levels of party administration, should be changed to 15%.
With the love we have for our women, that they should not go empty-handed. Honorable colleagues, let's give them the 15% at least for a start.
those against the same name. The ayes have it. Colleagues, the next provision is a bill for an act to alter the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 to provide for special seats for women in the National and State Houses of Assembly.
I'm very disappointed. Disappointed not because people shut down bill, but I'm disappointed because the bill that was shut down have taken this country backwards.
Fighting for our rights.
This had since triggered reactions from civil society organizations and different groups of women demanding a change in the decision made by the federal lawmakers.
We want the leadership of the House to come out here to explain to women what happened yesterday. and to assure us that they would be able to redirect, the situation.
A constitutional review can be called up at any time. It's either they come back, anything is human beings that wrote it, it's not set in stone. It's still human beings that can change it. If we didn't know whether it would be changed, we won't be here. So you either do it by choice or you do it by force.
We are no longer going to accept second-class citizenship in Nigeria. They are not better than us. Some of them carried ballot boxes to get there. That is the reason now I'm thanking Mr. President for him to have signed the Electoral Act. It means now that no more ballot boxes.
As Nigeria warms up to celebrate the International Women's Day, Mojisola feels the country is not there yet as she assesses the level of progress made so far.
The International Women's Day is a day set aside globally by the United Nations, celebrating our women and girls around the world. And what this means is that we're trying to celebrate them in a manner that shows that, the world appreciates their effort to making this world a better place. This year's theme is gender equality for sustainable development. What this means is that women should be more empowered, and with particular attention to climate change, how women affect the climate change. So this year, we're looking at how we can make women as equal as possible with the male folk so that they can have better, they are seen in a better form in the society. They are more sustained for more development. I can see more women emerging in the polity, especially in politics. In business, we see a lot of women being encouraged, but we're not there yet. We need to do quite a lot more.
As the world celebrates the day, conversations this year are tilted towards advancing gender equality in the context of climate crisis and disaster risk reduction, which is one of the greatest global challenges of the 21st century. Research has shown that women are increasingly being recognized as more vulnerable to climate change impacts than men, as they constitute the majority of the world's poor and are more dependent on the natural resources which climate change threatens the most. But as change makers, many of them are now involved in sustainability initiatives around the world, saving their environment. While this is commendable, the need to empower more women in more effective climate change action becomes paramount.
Every time I go to the market with one of my bags, people ask me, where did I get it? Where can they buy it? And I always tell people, I'll teach you how to make one, so you can now teach other people how to make one. Bags that I've made, I've been using them for the past 2 years, and they're still with me. If you take them to the market and something stains them, you buy meat, the meat stains the bag, you just wash it, hang it, it's ready to go with you the next time.
Instead of using all this nylon, throwing it away to disorganize or to mess up our environment, you can use them to make many things. No knowledge is waste, and they are told that nothing is waste. So anything you think is waste can be converted to a useful thing again.
Everything that has an end definitely began somewhere and somehow. We have started well. And I want to encourage women not to give up, not to relent in their effort to actually do more, not to be tired of asking for what they deserve from our men folk. I know our men are very nice people. They will yield very soon to what we are asking if we don't give up. And then to our young ladies out there, all our young ladies, to take education very seriously. Education is the only legacy that anybody can have to conquer poverty. Once you're educated, you will definitely conquer poverty. Even if you don't have a white-collar job, once you're educated, opportunity naturally will find you.
While the battle for gender equality continues, Mojisola Makale encouraged women to keep up alive and refuse to throw in the towel.
All those who I can send there, there's a my other one ministry of the other. All those who I can send there, there's a I want
And the Lagos State House of Assembly has adopted recommendations on the Law Enforcement Training Institute Bill. Chairman House Committee on Judiciary noted that the bill is targeted at enhancing the quality and effectiveness of security outfits in the state.
When you have an enforcement agent or agency in place and you are stagnant, you are not retraining them, you are not bringing new idea, nothing, they will do the same thing over and over and over again. And before you know it will be so cumbersome, it will not be interesting. But in a situation, every year or 2 years, you go for training and retraining. Interested in knowing new things, new ideas. And when you come, you'll be gallant. You want to come and showcase what you have learned at the institute, and it will broaden your image and broaden who you are and your personality. So it makes it more interesting, and it will now help their job in becoming a better enforcer. It was resolved that the institute should be set up, and all what is contained in the recommendation should be accepted, while the issue of secretaries, legal secretaries, should be looked into and be amended.
Lawmaker representing Lagos Mainland Constituency 1 in the State House of Assembly, Ajani Owolabi, has flagged off the distribution of free JAMB forms to indigent students within his constituency. He also kicked off a 3-month skill acquisition program for his constituents. He says the gesture is part of the educational development and poverty alleviation programs designed to improve the living conditions of his people.
Because it's something we do yearly, so we have our community leadership that we reach out to who know these children one-on-one in each and every ward. So most of these children's parents would have gone to meet that individual sometime in the year, asking them for this type of assistance, and they would have given us that name prior hand, so we would know how many forms we're buying each and every year. The thing with education is you don't really see the effects until maybe years after. So I believe one of the leaders was speaking just now. It's just this year I'm starting to see the effects with parents sending results, thanking me, or students. Some are finishing school now and saying, thank you, sir, it's because of you, this, that, and the other. So we're impressed. And every year, what gives me the most joy is I'm not seeing the same faces. These are different faces. That means these children are at least they're passing their JAMB lessons or their JAMB exams, which is wonderful.
Honorable Ajani is building leaders. He's building a nation by way of educating, by way of supporting the parents of these students.
It is very, very a kind gesture to people of Lagos Mainland Constituency 1, Lagos Constituency 1. The Honorable has been doing very well in terms of education and other aspects of life.
I really appreciate this effort because this is not very common among our society to see someone that will sponsor for UTME or any other external exam. But he has done this out of his own knowledge of what education means, and is using this opportunity to help us. I'm really grateful. I really want to appreciate his effort for him, and I pray that God Almighty will continue to bless him.
As a student, he has helped us to move ahead to attain to another level. just as a slogan, next level. So with this medium, with this opportunity, it allowed us, it make us like to further in our education.
Lawmaker representing Koshofe Constituency 1 in the Lagos State House of Assembly, Babatunde Okla, has implored the state government to make debate a compulsory exercise in public schools in the state.
To some of our students from this constituency, and we supported them with the 300.
Okla, who made the suggestion at the maiden edition of Okla Inter-School Debate Competition organized by him for public secondary schools in his constituency, says it would not only help in their proficiency in English language, but also aid exchange of ideas among them.
The debate competition is beyond academic knowledge as it promotes effective communication, unity, peace, peaceful coexistence, creating friendliness among students, and to learn to present their opinions logically, tolerating others' views, and healthy competition among secondary school students and their teachers across Koshofe Constituency 1. Proficiency in English language is sine qua non to the foundation of every academic career of students.
Cash prizes were given to the winners of the competition, with Ogudu Junior High School taking the first position, while Anthony Village Senior High School and Nende Senior High School took second and third position.
That are honorable is one that the proof is in the pudding. Anything he lays his hands on is exceptional. So I'm not surprised that we're here today to have this maiden edition of the debate at the secondary school level.
This is the first time we are having this kind of a program in Education District 2. The importance of debate among students is to prepare them for public speech skills.
And on Community Report this week, we take a trip to Ikorodu Constituency 2, where we captured works facilitated by the lawmaker representing the area in the House of Assembly.
History was made in Ikorodu and its neighboring towns when the lawmaker representing the area in the state parliament handed over to the communities these water projects as part of his commitment towards bringing succor to the people, especially in areas where lack of potable water has been a challenge for years. It was a sight to behold as traditional rulers, party faithfuls and other community leaders trooped out to witness the official commissioning of the projects. In the last 6 years, the lawmaker noted that he had constructed and delivered more than 24 borehole projects across Ikorodu Constituency 2.
And we have just started. And let me be sincere with you, as back as 2015, when we came in as honorable member representing Ikorodu Constituency 2, we have done a lot in the sense that we have identified that every year we must do the GC and JAMB. Every year we must do the needful to all citizens of Ibimota, Ijede, Igbogbo, including education, youth, empowerment and others, and also facilitate a government project to my constituency, and that is why you can see that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is ongoing project in Igbogbo, and likewise Stadium is ongoing project in Igbogbo.
Since the construction of the water project, Oluwatoyin and a neighbor have found life easier in their community Though power supply is another challenge they have had to grapple with, they are more relieved as they no longer have to walk long distances just to get water.
I don't enjoy water because they just bring light today. I want fresh now. I enjoy the water. I thank the people when they do it for us.
We really appreciate them because without this one, maybe we will walk out to the river to be fetching native water there.
The people around here benefit from this. It's light and its water is gushing out. People comes to fetch those that don't have water in their compound.
No, it's very, very convenient for us because whenever there is light, we fetch water here. So it's very easy from that pharmacy to here.
Àwọn bọ́ọ̀lù ta ní àwọn kan ti ṣe ó ti bàjẹ́ àmọ́ Honourable Sholaja òun ló wá ṣe bọ́ọ̀lù ilé ìfún wa àmọ́ a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ gidi gan àti dáìn náà dáìn ní Chairman local government a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn gan.
Saka Sholaja is a native of Imota, a neighboring community in Ikorodu, an agrarian area of Lagos. His intervention programs cut across 3 local government areas, which are Imota, Ijede, and Igbogbo Baiku local council development areas.
Is the one representing us here in Ijede Constituency Su Assembly, which is also representing us in Ijede. He is a listening leader. Being an indigenous local government, he understood the fact that yes, we need water in the community. Yes, we have, but it is not enough. And he was able to go in those corners to provide borehole for them just very recent. He commissioned 4 boreholes in the community.
We are partners in progress for our community. Though he is representing 3 SCDA in his constituency, but here in Imota, it has been very cordial. It's a native of Imota here. So also the other SCDA is representing Igbogbo and Ijede SCDA. We've all been appreciative of what he has been doing since getting to office. So he has been a gentleman, a listener, and he's been performing. The records are there to see. The record can attest to his performance.
Honourable Sholaja has also assisted us with boreholes in the community, jam farm, which I have also done mine too. So with the helps of the honourables, it has actually bring an ease to my administration.
Honourable Saka Sholaja is our representative in the State House of Assembly, representing Constituents 2, Ikorodu. And since he was elected into that office, he has been performing wonders. In fact, really appreciate him on what he has been doing to the constituents and even Ikorodu in general.
Good roads in these communities did not just appear overnight. Residents say they were projects facilitated by their representatives.
I can state some things that some developmental project here has influenced to this community. Number one is the rice mill project that is there. That project is so dear to his heart, because when the project was about to be sited, he fought tooth and nail so that the project can come to Imota. And right now, I'm sure that by the end of the second quarter of this year, the governor is coming to commission that project.
In other sectors such as health, education and the environment, his work spread across the communities. With commendations like this pouring in for the lawmaker, this local government chairman feels there's need to educate the people on the constitutional roles of the 3 arms of government.
His own job is to facilitate laws, especially is to make laws that will bring development developmental projects to the community. That is his own job. His job is not to come and build. So if he is doing that, he's just doing it out of his own magnanimous effort that, okay, I want to give back to my community out of the little I have.
We facilitated more vocational building for the vocational center, which is already functioning. We've also helped in the medical aspects, and the governor is also assisting us with the major road that is yet to be completed. Sholaja is just a phone call away. He lives in Ikorodu here. His constituency office is in Ikorodu. So all you need to do is just give him a phone call or send him a text message. But it is so easy to see that most times you don't even have to see him. Just discuss whatever you want to discuss with him on phone and it is settled. But if it's that important that you have to see him, you can just always walk down to his constituency office, let him know that you'll be coming, and he will see you.
On behalf of the people of Imota, SCDA, first of all, I'm thanking him for what he has done. We are thanking him for what he's going to do. And we are fully behind him for whatever he is ready to do tomorrow.
So far, more than 40 borehole projects have been provided in these communities. Sholaja urged residents to take ownership of the projects and ensure proper maintenance.
I will monitor this drone.
And that's it on Lagos Parliament this week. We thank you for watching. Do send us feedback to Lagos Parliament at tvcnews.tv. I am Abimbola Agbebi. Goodbye.